Hey guys, welcome back to Hog Wild Records. We're still closed, etc., etc., except for shipping. We're going to pick a noon lunchtime record that we can all listen to. But first, a scary story. It was 1984. I was 17 years old. I was working at Hog Wild Records. I was a senior at Thomas Jefferson High School, Gold Mustangs. I was in the work release program. I was all by myself up at the front one hot summer afternoon when two gentlemen sauntered in. One looked like he was 8 foot tall, looking all Swamp Thing. The other was skinny as a rail and had a crazy look in his eye. I was terrified from the moment they stepped in. They walked straight back to the magazine section where they started looking through all the magazines. I was terrified again, even more. I was about to yell at them, "No free reads," when Dave Risher comes from the back. He walks straight up to them. I thought for sure this is it. They're going to hatchet him up. They're going to rob the store, and then they're going to slice me up with a chainsaw like two extras from that Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. But no, he started talking to them, even laughing. They shook his hand. I thought, is Dave part of this wicked cabal? No. So then they left, walking out as scarily as they walked in. Dave comes up to the front. I said, "Dave, I was terrified. I thought for sure that was it. They were going to rob the place and slice us all up with the chainsaw like those guys from that movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre." He started laughing at me, and he said, "No, that was just Gibby and Paul from the Butthole Surfers." And scene. And that's the first time I ever met the Butthole Surfers, 1984. So that's the record we're going to pick today. The Butthole Surfers. First full-length release. Psychic, Powerless, Another Man's Sack. First full-length recorded. Oh, by the way, before we go on, they are a San Antonio band. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Formed in San Antonio, performed live first in San Antonio, recorded their first 3 releases in San Antonio, right down the street at Broadway and Mulberry. There was a studio right down the street from Good Time Charlie's, which is still there. This is a band from San Antonio, Texas. And this is a fantastically weird, insane, crazy, beautiful record. It's almost, the record, the vinyl is like made of acid. It's insanely good, and it's scary. So, I remember seeing the Butthole Surfers at the Cameo Theater. I believe that's the show. I think there's a video on the interwebs that you can watch. I believe that's the show where Gibby started the show with like 1,000 hairpins in his hair, and just throughout the course of the show just shook every sweat-drenched, probably LSD-laced hairpin out of his hair until they were hitting everybody in the face. It was fantastically beautiful and one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life from a band from San Antonio, Texas. So, at noon, we'll listen to this record. We'll put a Spotify playlist link in our bio, and we can all freak out and get all groovy and weird and listen to Mexican Caravan and Cherub and the Butthole Surfers theme song, Concubine, all the fantastic songs that are on this weird and crazy, scary album from the Butthole Surfers. All right, guys, we'll see you at noon. Thank you.